Hello everyone. In our last video of the Learn Python series, we discussed few list problems used in Python. Today we are going to do several other problems using list. So the very first one is to check common member between two lists. One list is equal to 12, 23, 34, 56, 78. Two list is equal to one list and two lists are just the name of the variables or the list. 13, 23, 35, 97, 44, 28, 56. Any random numbers. Initially, count CNT variable is 0. For I in one list, for J in two list, if I is equal to J, then print I cnt plus equal to 1, and at the last we will print the count. Finally, count of same member is cnt. Let's try to run this program. So 23 and 56, let us see here, 23, 23, 56 and 56. So both of these elements are common in one list and two list, and the count is 2 as it is shown here. So how did we make this program? Is initially we put the value of the variable count as 0. Then for I in one list, that is I is 12, 23, 34 one at a time, and j is 13, 23, 35 like this one at a time. If they are equal, for example, uh, let's take one example. If I is 12, then j will be 13, and 12 and 13 are not equal, so it will not print I, and count will not be increased by 1. Then it will again go to this for loop of j. Then j will be 23. Then the 12 and 23 are again not equal. Then it will go like this. And when j will be 56, then again they are not equal. Then I will be 23. And likewise, it will check 13. They are not equal. Then 23. When I and j both are 23, they are equal. Then it will print 23 and count will be increased by 1. Like this, the program will go and we will get the desired output. Now, the second program is to remove specific elements from list. Let us take 0th, 4th, and 5th elements are to be removed. Alright, so my list is equal to, let it be red, green, yellow, black, pink, white, like this. Now we need to write, first we can print our list, print my list, and then using pop method we can remove the elements we need to, like 5. Then we can just copy this, control V, and again control V. 5, then 4, and this one is 0. Then again we can print my list. So the 0th, 4th and 5th terms were red, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 black, and 5 was pink. So you can say these three are removed and rest three are left here. In this, one thing to note is m- most of the people do it wrong. Why? Because they first remove the 0th, then the 4th, and then the 5th index terms. What will happen if we say 0, then this was same 4, and then 5. If we print this, then it's giving error because there's no 5th term left. What I mean is, if we remove the 0th term, which is red, then we'll left with green, yellow, black, pink, white. Then if we remove the fourth, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, that is white, we will be left with green, yellow, black, and pink. So there are only four terms. There is no fifth term in it. So this is how this error is shown. Now one more thing, if like the fifth element is not to be removed, and then if we run the program, you can see it's giving the wrong result. Why? Because the index are changed. Let me just show you by writing it again. 4, 0, and it should not be printed. Now let us print this. You can see the results when we remove the 0th element and then the 4th is different from when we remove the 4th element and then 0. Here it is pink and here it is white. It is because the when you remove the 0th element first, then the order will be changed. So first you need to remove the element from behind or from the later element, that is fourth term, and then 0. I hope you got my point. Alright, so let's move further. So next is to unpack the list or unpacking the list. For example, if we have fruits is equal to apple, banana, cherry. And then if we say x, y, z is equal to fruits. So what it means is x, y, z are respectively given the value apple, banana, and cherry. So x is apple, y is banana, and z is cherry. And now if we print x, then it will give us the result apple because the value of x is apple. Now our next program is to remove even numbers from the list. Even numbers from list. We know even number is divisible by 2. So we will use that condition first and we'll get a list which is empty. So new list is empty. Then my list is equals to 12, 23, 34, 45, 56, 67, 13, 18, any number. And then for x in my list, there should be no gap between my and list. Colon, then f condition, as I already told you, will be x should not be divisible by 2. Then only it will be not even, then new list dot append x, and at last we will print the new list. Print new list. Let's save it and run. So you can see our list was this 12 to 334 and so on like this, and it has only printed the odd numbers. So 12 to 34, 56 and 18. These are removed. How is it removed? As for x in my list means this x will have the value 12, after that 2, 3 and so on like this. Then it will check if it is not divisible by 2. It means that this condition will be true, and it is true for all odd numbers. So it will those elements will be added to the new list, which we have already defined is empty initially. Then those elements will be added, and then we have printed that new list. Now next program is to convert list to string. Convert list to string. Let us get my list. Ram, Shyam, Anu, Sonu, then a variable which is empty for x in my list. S is equal to s plus x, and then we will print s. We can also print its type to see whether it's a string or not. You can see Ram, Shyam, Anu, and Sonu. It, the list has been converted into string, and the type shows class is str, which means it is string. So first we have made a variable which is not having anything, just a space. And then for all x, that is Ram, Shyam, Anu, and Sonu, it has been added to that string, and that we have printed at the last. Now let's go to our next program, which is to find index of list item. We can copy the same list and is equal to length of my list. Str equals to, let's say we need to find Anu. Then for I in range n is the length of string. Then if str is equal to my list with index I, and it will print I. So what this means is n is length of a list, which is 4 here. And then if we need to find Anu, let's say, we can take this input from the user also, which item is to be found in the list. Then for I in range n, Ram, Shams, Anu and Sonu are the elements and their indexes is I. So it will compare this str, which is Anu here, to this index value, which is first to Ram, then Shyam, then Anu and Sonu. And when it will get this Anu here, that value of I will be printed. So we will get the index. Like first it will compare Anu with Ram, but they are not equal. So it will again go to for loop, then Anu with Sham, they are again not equal. Then it will compare Anu with Anu. Of course, both the same. So I will be printed. Let's move to our next program, which is swapping two elements. Two elements. Let us make a list. Fruits is equal to orange, banana, mango, lychee, guava. And now we will print X for X in fruits. Then we will take a variable. TMP is equal to fruits with index 1. Then this fruits 1. Let us take, like, we have to swap the elements with index 1 and index 4. Index 1 and 4. So here we will write fruits 1 is equal to fruits 4. Then fruits 4 is equal to our variable tmp, and then we will print this itself. Let's see the result. So we had to swap the elements with index 1 and 4. So 1 is of banana and 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 is of guava. So you can see both are interchanged. So what have we done is just to print the initial list so that we can compare. And then we have taken a variable tmp. It's just a random variable. You can take any valid variable name. So tmp is equals to fruits 1, that is this element. And then we said that this element, that is at first index, is equal to element at fourth index, which is guava. So it means that here guava will come. And then we said that at the fourth index, that value should come, which is stored in tmp. So at the fourth index means here that value will be shown, which is stored in tmp. And what's tmp? Fruits 1. Fruits 1 means banana. So banana and guava interchange. What is a common error here is if I just do like this, fruits index 1. Most of the people try to write like this, and you can see the first and the fourth index are same. This is wrong because our fruits first index will be guava, and so when we write fruits 4 equals to fruits 1, it means this fruits 1 is not banana but guava, because we have already changed the value of fruits 1 here. And that's why instead of this we can just assign a variable with the initial value of fruits 1, as we have already written. So the next program is to input list. Input list. First we have to make an empty list named as a new list, and then while true. A is equal to input, enter a number, then a check that if length of A is greater than 0, Then new list dot append a, else we will print new list and break the program. So this program is to input list. So first we have assigned a variable new list or a list, empty list, which we have named as new list. And then while true means this condition will be true always. Instead of true, we could have written like 1 equal to 1 or 2 equal to 2 or something that is always true. You can also write true. So while true, first we will take input, that is enter number. Then this will continue till the length of that will be greater than 0. Let me show you this. So if we enter number 5, then 6, then 3, so you can see it will always continue because we have written while true. But like if we press any other key like enter, then we will exit the program because the length was not greater than a. So that number was not taken in new list. Instead, we break the program. And at the last, you can see the new list is printed. And next thing is to reverse a list. Reversing a list. For example, it is fruits is equal to, you can just copy it. First, we can print the elements of fruits. X for X in fruits. Then length is equal to Boolean fruits. Then new list, which is empty for X and range -1 -1 into ln plus 1 with the difference of -1. Then new list dot append fruits X, and then finally we will print X for X and fruits. My bad. We'll print the new list, right? Let's run this. So you can see our list is reversed. First was orange, now it is the last one. Banana was second, now it is second last, and so on like this. So what we have done is first we have printed our original list, then we made another list which was empty. Then we started the for loop, and the range of x is given from -1, that is minus indexing -1, and minus ln of +1, that is from guava, then lychee, then mango, then banana, and then orange, with a difference of -1. Like -1 is -2. So -1 and then -1, which is -2, -3, -4, -5, like this. So these are added in the new list, and then we printed the new list. Now our next program is to find the second largest number in list. Suppose my list is equal to 100, 205, 380 or 370, 410, 560. And then we will sort the list and then we will print my list with index minus 2. We can even print the sorted list to check whether the answer is correct. So you can see the sorted list is this, and we need to find the second largest number. So it is indeed 410. There's one other way to do this. We can sort it in descending order. We could have written reverse equals to true here, and then it would be sorted in the descending order. This I have discussed in the list one video, list methods. And then we could have printed my list with index number 1. That is the second element. But there's a problem here. If there's only one element, like my list is equal to 100, then there's no second largest number. And if we make this program and input my list and my list is equals to 100, then it will show error. So there is important to keep a count check for that. If my list is less than 2, that is if there's only one element or there's no element in the list, then print list must have two elements, else else the program will be same as this my list dot sort. Then it's a wish to print a list or not, and then we will print the element with minus 2. So it has printed the list must have two elements because we had given 100 as our my list. So our next program is to print elements in list within a given range input by the user. So first we can input number, two numbers which will be our range. Enter a number and a second number. It should be greater than A so that A and B can be a range. Then we will define a new empty list. We will also give our list. My list is equal to 100, 210, 305, 670, 982 for X in my list. If X is greater than A and X is smaller than B, then new list dot append X, that is it will be added in the new list, and then at the last we will print the new list. Print new list. So there's an error because it, colon sign should be here. You can see. So enter a number, let it be 3, and a bigger number should be 10. Then it had shown an empty list because there is no such number in my list which is between 3 or 10. If we run this again and input 200 and maybe 400, then you can see the list is printed with elements between 200 and 400 which were there in our list. So I hope you got this one. And that was all for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Happy coding!